Disclaimer. The following episode contains spoilers for Season 3 of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. Don't go crying to your mum if we spoil it for you. You've been warned. Welcome to Podcapers, the official podcast for a place to hang your cape. And this week, it's still the gayest thing ever. I mean, third time around, you think it was going to be any less gay? You thought wrong! It's more! Cue the music! Hello there, capers, and as I said, welcome to Podcapers, the official podcast for a place to hang your cape. My name is Scott James Merridew, and this is a show where we talk about various geek and nerd-related topics, and I'm joined each week by a very special guest, which happens to be Alex Mirabal, and we're talking about She-Ra Season 3!
Hi.
Hi, Alex, how are you?
I'm good. This was a good season.
It was a very good season, except for one small thing. There's only 6 episodes!
Yeah, those 6 episodes ripped my heart out and beat it into the ground. But yeah, this felt more like the second half of season 2 than it did its own season.
It really did, and I'll admit that this isn't the worst way to do a series format or whatever, but yeah. I mean, it's weird because I've gotten used with American cartoons and American TV shows having long, at least like 25 episodes per season. But over here in the UK, I'm used to having a lot of TV shows, even ones that are just like 20 minutes or half an hour or whatever, only going for 6 episodes a season. So it's a bit of a weird middle ground for me.
Yeah, this is weird because even the first season was 13 episodes, and I wish it was consistent with the number of episodes each season. It feels like they finish a group of episodes and they don't think about what the cohesive narrative line through seasons should be. Because season 2 felt kind of aimless because it was mostly filler episodes. And season 3 was, okay, let's start moving, because it really doesn't. I feel like they should have waited. I would have loved to have all of season 2, come out the same day that season 3 did. I would have been fine with waiting.
Yeah,
until we got a full season.
Season 1 was 13 episodes. Season 2 was 7 episodes. This season is 6 episodes, which is 13 episodes. So they could have just done that, but I don't know what they're doing is. But you know what? We're getting She-Ra. I'm happy with it. But before we can talk about She-Ra, there's 2 other things I want to talk about. First of all, have you been Pennyworth?
Oh no. I've been really busy lately, and I don't usually watch Showtime, but maybe I'll catch up on it like later or something. I don't know. But I'm expecting it to be a lot like Agent Carter.
You know what? Agent Carter is a pretty apt comparison. Here's the thing. When I first heard about Pennyworth, my response was similar to a lot of people's responses, which is, who cares? Of all the DC properties you could pick, you pick Alfred the Butler. I mean, okay, but why? Why? Why would you do this? And then I thought, you know what?
I think, Alfred has there's always hints in different comics about how he's so good at everything, why he's so good at, this detective stuff. He's good at
Alfred,
fighting.
When did you learn how to knit?
Right, he's really good at literally anything that the only reason why he's not Batman is because he's too old. That feels like the why does he know all of this? Why? And so I think that we've gotten a lot of hints of that in different comics. I think it's Batman Earth 1. He straight up shotguns Penguin and kills him. And he does a lot of really badass stuff. And so
back off, Cobblepot.
This show is trying to kind of give that backstory that I think is needed, but I feel like it also could have been just a short miniseries of comics.
It could have been short miniseries of comics, and maybe would have been a good one. But I was dubious, and then I sat down to watch it. And you know what? It's actually pretty good. It kind of takes itself...
Oh.
It takes itself a bit seriously, which actually works in its favour. And it's just... I did not expect to like it as much as I did, and I really did. It's entirely unnecessary, But it's still kind of a fun ride. The guy they got to play Alfred, young Alfred, he's clearly doing a Michael Caine impression, but it's a good Michael Caine impression. It doesn't get in the way of the emotion of the moment. And
right.
I've got a horrible feeling.
This weird universe.
Yeah, it is a very weird universe, because I've got a horrible feeling that people are going to watch this series and think that that's what Britain and London was like in the 1960s. No, because I think it's an alternative sort of London, because there's like blimps in the air, and there's weird sort of architecture, and there's people in like the stocks and gibbets and stuff, and people being like publicly executed on television. Like, that's broadcast. Like, that did not happen, guys. Yeah, it's a version of London.
It's very similar to Gotham. Like the TV show Gotham's version of Gotham.
But I honestly, I mean, I've only seen 3 episodes so far, but it's actually pretty cool. And they really back up Alfred as a badass, because in this version, he is trying to set up his own security firm, and it's just coming out of the army, having been in the motherfucking SAS. You know what the SAS is?
No.
Okay, so the SAS...
No idea.
SAS is like, you know SEAL Team?
Yes.
Well, they're like SEAL Team, but better in every way. If we had been on the job, we'd have found Bin Laden first long before. Like, okay, so, I mean, they're the creme de la creme. They're the, like, Andy McNabb, Chris Ryan, all those people. You might not know who these people are, but people in the UK definitely do. They're the elite, basically. The elite special forces. And it's funny because my family has a bit of a connection to them. My grandfather, back when he was in the Air Force, has worked with them in the past. My dad, during the Falklands War, like flew missions over to the Falklands Islands as part of the flight crew, shipping the SAS over there, basically. And so it was kind of cool to see something like that in the show. Because one other thing people don't quite realise about the SAS is they were only like publicly acknowledged a couple of decades ago. At the time where this show was set, the SAS, complete secret. No one knows who they really are, except for the people in the SAS. So it's kind of cool that they stay faithful to that, and I just really like it. And it's, I don't know, it's for an American-made production, it's got rather an authentic British feel to it. I don't know, maybe that's just because they got Paloma Faith in there, like, put a British pop artist in there, and somehow have her be awesome and scary. Like, I don't know how they manage that. But I can't talk about that too much because you haven't seen it. I don't want to give too much away. One other thing I do want to talk about, on a slightly more serious note, we've been discussing this around the Place to Hang Your Cape water cooler for a little while now. Perlmutter. Isaac Perlmutter.
Oh, jeez. I thought we weren't going to talk about this.
No, you know what? Fuck it, we're going to talk about it because it's worth talking about it. Basically, for those of you capers who don't know, Isaac Perlmutter is the head of... It's a Marvel Entertainment. It's a division of Marvel.
He's just Marvel chairman.
He's
just chairman of all Marvel.
Of all Marvel. Oh, okay. And so he's not like the CEO, he's not the president, but he is the chairman. And he is a big-time Trump supporter. He's one of Trump's biggest supporters. Yeah.
Financially.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm dying.
Die in your own time, Alex.
Yeah. I mean, we really, like, this isn't the first time I've heard about this. I've known about this for a while. And honestly, when I first heard about it, I thought people were talking about Kevin Feige. And I was a little bit confused by that. But it wasn't. And it was this guy. And, like, Armie Hammer is now calling for a boycott of all Marvel.
Yes. So, Alex, what do you feel about that?
I mean, it's not hard for me to do that. I don't have any. I haven't given Marvel any money since Infinity War. So I don't think I. Oh no, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Ant-Man and the Wasp was the last Marvel movie I saw. So that's the last. I guess Into the Spider-Verse. I forget Into the Spider-Verse is Marvel because it's fantastic.
How dare you!
It really just doesn't. It really. I mean, this doesn't affect me much at all. But like, I don't think it also affects anything else much at all. And, like, boycotting Marvel maybe will get him fired by Disney. I highly doubt it would change anything. Like, he doesn't seem to have a lot of creative power, so it's not changing any of And even if he gets fired, he's going to be picked up by some other company. He's going to, you know, disappear into the shadows for a little bit, but still be funding Trump because he's, you know, rich. He doesn't need this job technically.
Yeah.
He just has a shit ton of money and he's going to keep supporting Trump. So it really, I don't think changes anything. I don't think it affects anything. It's the same thing with the guy who runs CrossFit or whatever, the CEO.
Soul Cycle, I think it's called, or...
Yeah, he was a big Trump supporter, and that was the other thing that Armie Hammer was calling for a boycott of, and like celebrities while boycotting it. But it's like celebrities can't really boycott Marvel because Marvel is such a niche thing, and like other than not be in their movies, but then they'll get fired. Like, like it really like.
I don't see ScarJo backing out now.
Oh, ScarJo's never gonna back out. She barely backs out from roles she shouldn't be taking.
Yeah, that's the point. I mean, I agree with you completely. It won't really solve anything. I understand if people don't want to do it, like, I don't know, moral stance, or conviction stance, but bear in mind, I want to point out, this guy, this douchebag's principles are not necessarily the same as Marvel's principles. Marvel, from the very beginning, has always stood for good things, in my opinion, and this guy clearly doesn't, because Trump clearly doesn't, because, just in case any of you aren't keeping up with the news, Trump is a Nazi sympathizer. So,
yeah,
you know, which I know you like, on the show, we're like, oh, joking, but I actually kind of take that kind of seriously because, you know, just in case some people clearly have forgotten, the Nazis, you know, tried to invade my country and, like, successfully blew up a large portion of it and took British citizens and put them in concentration camps and forced my grandparents to leave their homes because if they didn't leave their homes they would have died. So anyone who kind of sympathizes either with the historical people or the ideology that came from them, like, you're scum. But yeah, so that's been my soapbox. Not a hard stance to take, but it's boycotting Marvel won't do any good. By all means, call for his resignation. Like, say, this guy shouldn't be working with or for Marvel in any capacity because his values are clearly so opposite to Marvel's values, and if Marvel have any stones, they'll comply or just do it on their own. I certainly hope that is the case, because we need to send a message that it's not okay to support this guy, like, because we know too much now. I understand why people supported him in the beginning, and with every single passing minute, it became less and less clear why people did that, and now it's just like, oh, it's because you're bigots. Like, not even the idiots support him anymore, it's just the bigots, which is a form of it, you see. Point I'm making is, that's our stance.
Yeah. There was a call to boycott Wonder Woman when it was coming out, because there was a producer on that movie, and I think Batman vs. Superman and Justice League after that, who was a huge Trump supporter. I'm not sure if he's still producing or if he is still a Trump supporter, but this guy was also the producer on several huge movies that year, in the few years, including Mad Max Fury Road. So it wasn't just he wasn't just a DC guy. He saw movies that he thought were going to make a shit ton of money, and he put his name on it.
Imagine if people had boycotted Wonder Woman, though. They would have been... Yeah, imagine... they would have been boycotting a brilliant movie made by brilliant people, except for this one asshole.
Yeah, this one asshole who had no creative input whatsoever. He was just a money man.
Yeah, like, if he had creative input, if he was the director or the writer and he had a bunch of, like, horrible far-right principles in the movie, that would be different. I'd be boycotting that along with everyone else, but... we just need to... Like, here's the thing, with Armie Hammer and all this thing, it comes from a good place. I think we have to remember that. But we have to think about these sort of things. Really, really think about what's effective, who are we helping, who are we hurting, and just think about the consequences a little bit, because we can't just lash out and slap things we don't like, because that's what the opposition does.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, we can't be going around, like, burning Nike shoes. Like, it's stupid.
Oh yeah, that was a thing that happened.
Yeah. And it's like, you already
That's not what the motto
care.
"just do it" means.
Right. It's like they don't even care because you already bought their product. In fact, advertising their product by posting a video of yourself online. Like there's a great video by H Bomber Guy called Woke Brands where he talks about this kind of thing where purposely brands are now trying to be, progressive in order to piss off conservatives and make them go crazy online because that spreads that's free marketing.
Yeah, it's... Oh dear, this is the world we live in. However, there's good news, because, I don't know if we mentioned it at some point, new She-Ra season, let's talk about it!
Yeah!
So, She-Ra, season 3, picks off where season 2 left off, with Shadow Weaver standing over Adora's bed like she's Edward fucking Cullen. And... yeah. It's like, dun, 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 dun. Then Adora wakes up and says, oh my god! Shadow Weaver, fuck you! Ugh! But Shadow Weaver's just like, oh god, no, I'm way too sick to deal with this. Blah. And she's captured, and she's like, holy shit, this was easy. Why didn't we do this ages ago? Oh, she's ill. And then Queen Angella puts her in their prison, which is the spare room. But it's okay because they removed all the cushions.
That's my favorite running joke. And if you look in the background, they didn't. Like, there's like a really nice couch. I mean, she can't get over there because she's in like a tube or a magic tube or whatever. But there's like a couch right behind her.
Oh, God, I love it. I do love the humor in this show. And Adora arrives along with Glimmerbow, and she's like, hey, so I should probably help, talk to her and make sure we get some good information. But Angella completely says, no, you're not going to do that. No, because Angella always makes brilliant decisions.
Yeah.
Every decision she's ever made has always turned out brilliant. She has the best judgment of any character in this show, or indeed any show. No, really. Like, for God's sake, what's-her-face from The Walking Dead made just as good decisions. I realise that's kind of generic and vague. Oh God, what was the name?
That's so many. There's so many women in The Walking Dead.
What's the name of the woman from the early seasons who was like
Andrea?
the wife of the main guy?
Oh, Lori.
Lori.
Yeah, they're both criticized for making bad decisions.
Yeah, everyone makes bad decisions in that show. In fairness, like no one makes good. Yeah. The zombie apocalypse happened. Everyone's brain left. It was a whole thing. Oh, ironically.
Haha.
And so Adora keeps on trying to get into the room to talk to Shadow Weaver, and Glimmer keeps on preventing her from doing so. A side note, before we go any further, so Glimmer's voice actor is, I can't remember, it's Karen Fukuhara, is that the name?
Yes, it's Katana.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, you see. She's also been in another show recently. I think we've talked about it. Have we talked about it? I don't know. The Boys.
Oh, yeah, you keep talking about it, but I haven't seen it yet.
Fucking watch it!
I know! I have so many things to watch.
But The Boys is so cool, and it's based on this graphic novel that puts the graphic in graphic novel. Dear God.
Yeah. I still haven't even seen Good Omens, so like I've got like...
But if you haven't seen Good Omens, how are you gonna get all of the lovely married memes? Basically, fans decided to marry, not even ship, just straight up marry 2 of the characters. And the ones played by Michael Sheen and David Tennant, and I love it.
Yeah, I from the trailers, like the first trailers that I watched of the show, I didn't really see them at all, and now they're the only 2 people I see. So part of me thinks that this show just is like, so I'm not sure if this show is about anything else except for them.
It is, but they're heavily featured. Moving on.
Okay.
Meanwhile, while this is going, Caster Speller, voiced by Sandra Oh, and Angela, are interrogating Shadow Weaver, and the subject of Angela's late husband, Micah, comes up, with Shadow Weaver saying, okay, so I know you don't like me talking about your husband, but hey, I'm not the one who got him killed. Oh!
Yeah.
No, you didn't!
It took me so long to realize that all that, like, the kid from the Shadow Weaver flashback from last season was King Micah. Like, he kept calling him Micah, because I don't think they ever say his name. Angella ever says his name. I think she just calls him your father or the king. I just didn't know that kid was King Micah until she was talking to Castaspella about her brother, and it's like, I trained your brother. And it's like, oh, okay, that was that kid.
Alex.
That's why this was relevant.
Alex.
Yeah.
I figured that out moment one.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. It took me a bit. I'm not. Yeah, it takes me a bit to realize these things.
It's meanwhile, while this is going on, Shadowy was just like basically saying, okay, look, I'm dying, so I haven't really got time to fuck around, but I'm still gonna fuck around, and I say that I'll only give any information to Adora, even though I'm gonna die. Like, while all this is going on in the Fright Zone, continuing on from last season, Catra is a prisoner. She's been held in the cell. Much less nice than the one Shadowy was in. But it's okay, because everyone's favourite lovey, Scorpio, arrives to break her out. Yes! She loves her! She's a precious flower! A precious arachnid flower! But Catra basically tells her to fuck off. And, like, no, you're an idiot, I don't like you, fuck off. And why does she insist on breaking Scorpia's heart? You bastard, Catra, you bastard, you furry bastard!
She can't let anyone close to her, because the last time she did, She-Ra or Dora broke her heart.
This thing has all the feels. Meanwhile, while this is going on back in Bright Moon, Adora keeps trying to sneak away from Glimmer and Bow. Glimmer keeps teleporting to her to get her back. It's adorable. I love it. But eventually, they just like... Adora just says, okay, look, guys, I know you're looking out for me. I know you've got best interests at heart, but, like, I left the Horde. I've been fighting with you guys for ages now. You'd think you'd trust me by this point. And they're like, oh, shit, we're bad friends. All right, let's talk to her. And so they go and talk to her, and... Oh, God. She basically says, okay, look, I'll tell you everything you know, but do me a favour. What? Make me not die! It hurts! Ow! Like, heal me, you can do that! And Adora does, and I kept on waiting for the moment where it was all going to go horribly wrong. It didn't come.
Yeah, they kind of... I am so just... I don't trust Shadow Weaver at all. Like,
no.
She is always planning something. Like, there is always something going on with her.
Yeah, but that's why we like her. Meanwhile, while this is going on, and Trapta is talking with Hordak, because they got to know each other since last season, and Hordak's saying, oh yeah, Catra, I'm sending her to Beast Island to live with all the other Transformers. Because that just makes me think of Beast Wars, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. And Trapta's like, but Catra's my friend. I know, because Data.
Yeah, she likes small foods. She brings me small foods.
Hordak's like, nah, she's gone. Say goodbye. And so... While all that is going on, we're going to be switching back and forth a lot. That's what I love about the show, actually. It's to spend just as much time focusing on the villains as they do the heroes.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I love I like the villains, too. I think that, I mean, we'll get to it later, but the stuff with Hordak is a little bit weird, but, I still like... Oh,
I've got some stuff to say about that. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Right, so... Angella is all like, what, you can't do this, you can't heal. But then Adora's like, no, because she's going to tell us everything. Right, you're going to keep up your end of the bargain? And Shadowy was just like, yeah, okay. What, really, you are? She's like, okay, so Catra betrayed me, Hordak cast me aside, I have literally nowhere else to go, my only option right now is to help you defeat Hordak. That's literally it, I can't do shit else, like... I couldn't betray you even if I wanted to, because then I would have fucking nothing. It would be stupid for me to betray you. And it was like, oh shit, that makes sense. All right then. And then she says, okay, and this is really important, guys, because, you know the Horde, like the massive army that's been slowly taking over Etheria, this massive thing that's destabilizing the entire fucking world? Yeah, they're the advance party. They're like the guys who sent a scout out. There's actually a major fucking motherfucking Warhammer level of fleet out there in space somewhere that they're
in
trying to create
dimension.
In another dimension that they're trying to open a portal to summon the rest of the fleet, which will completely crush every single one of us. And I'm just like, oh shit, oh my fuck. So they're like sovereign, and all the Reapers are just waiting to come through the Omega Relay. Ah! Sorry, I went into Mass Effect mode for a second there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I got that. It took me a second to realize that was Mass Effect.
That's what it's equivalent to. Like, oh my god, and that's actually kind of scary. Because they hadn't given us any hint of that in the previous 2 seasons. We thought that this was the big bad, but it's not.
Right. Yeah, it happens because there's an even bigger bad.
It's like, oh, you thought the armies of hell were bad? What about the armies of super hell? The hell that hell goes to when hell runs out of ideas. Oh god. And so everyone's like, okay, super serious time. What are we going to do? And
they go to the Barren Wastes or whatever, the Crimson Wastes.
Well, before they do that, because it turns out this whole portal that the Horde came through was also how Adora got to Etheria, which causes a bit of a crisis of existence for Adora. So she goes to a Light Hope on Swiftwind, who actually doesn't appear that much of the season. It's kind of weird.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't like Swiftwind. He freaks me out. He didn't talk at all this season.
I think maybe a lot of people felt the same. Who knows? And so Adora goes to Light Hope and says, okay, you weird geometric hologram goddess, like, tell me what's up. What's going on here? Like, who am I? Where do I come from? I want answers, damn it. I'm overdue a backstory. And and Light Hope's like, nah, I'm not going to tell you. Suck it.
Well, no, she says, you should remember this. And like, why don't you remember it? She's like, because I was a baby. And she's like, oh, I didn't know humans couldn't remember things when they were babies.
Oh god. And so and Adora leaves in anger.
It's like computer babies remember them.
Okay, computer babies. Oh god. Hello, mother. I am computer baby. I am born. Why?
I remember everything.
So Adora strops off in a huff, and Light Hope says to herself, oh shit, it's happening again. Dum bum bum, Mara, dum bum bum. And so basically they understand that there's a message from Mara coming from this place called the Crimson Waste. It's like a big scary desert place. So Glimmerbow and Adora go off to the Crimson Waste to find out what's what. Meanwhile, Catra's about to be exiled to Beast Island, and Hordak's like, you're pathetic, you're crap, you're shit, so I'm exiling you. And Catra's like, you're pathetic, and everyone gasps! And like, oh shit, oh god, oh my mother effing lord, oh dear, oh dear, oh jeez, oh shit, oh no. And she calls him out on all of his bullshit, and basically says,
you're nothing without me.
Yep, and she ends up getting sent to the Crimson Waste.
Yeah, because Hordtrapta convinces him not to send her to Beast Island. But the Crimson Waste is just as bad as Beast Island, apparently.
I mean, we don't know because we've never seen the Crimson Waste or Beast Island before this. So,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but apparently it's really bad. So Catra and Scorpia go to the Crimson Waste, all while the Best Friend Squad I love it, are off to the Crimson Waste as well. And without the permission of Angela, because of course Angela would say no, because Angela is stupid.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. And they fuck around in the Crimson Waste for a while, get into an amusing incident with quicksand.
Yeah.
Before they find a bar in the middle of the desert, and I'm getting some Star Wars Episode 4 vibes. I really like it.
Right, yeah. I got, there's a location in Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword that's like something inside a dead dragon head, and that's what that reminded me of.
They go into this bar, they do the whole Western thing, where they they walk in and everyone immediately just stops and turns to look at them, which of course happens in every single bar ever. Just like people walk into bars, guys. That's a thing that happens. Like, it's not of note. It's not really worth turning around and stopping all conversation and pausing the music on the jukebox. Get over it. Come on.
Always stops.
Yeah, and so, but then they basically say, okay, guys, we want someone to help us through the Crimson Waste. Who's with us? And then, who should appear? But, oh my effing lord above, it's Huntara, voiced by Gina Davis! Ah!
My sweet, I love her.
I love her.
She's the best.
Wait, I love Gina Davis and I love Huntara, and together they are love. Ah!
They're fantastic.
Gina Davis has been in the media a bit recently because, and I didn't know this, I just assumed that she was the mum from Stuart Little too. But no, she's far more than this. I recently found this out. She started an institute that is about women in the media and how they're represented. And she was recently on Seth Meyers' show, and where she's talked about how a lot of people think that women are much more represented now because they can point to specific examples, when actually the ratio is still majorly out of whack. And I was guilty of this too. I thought that we were making a lot of strides, and we are just nowhere near enough and nowhere near fast enough. And that's what her institute or whatever it is does. And it's really cool that she's speaking out about that, and which makes it even more cool that she's in this. And Huntara is just, oh my god, Huntara. Oh god. Huntara is the original Huntara, I looked at the original design for the 80s Huntara, and she was modelled after Storm from the X-Men and Grace Jones.
Right, yeah, you can definitely see it. And they kind of kept a very similar design.
Yeah, and she's massive and tall and buff and got a mohawk ponytail and tattoos and a big fang earring, and oh god, and she's purple, and did we forget to mention she is actively flirting with female other bar patrons. Oh my god. Oh, it's real. It's real. It's happening.
She's great.
And Adora loves her. The first time she sees her, sparkles glitter around her, just they're in love!
It's like, oh my gosh, she's the best thing ever. I must hang out with her all the time.
I love this! This is amazing! And, oh god, and she's so tough. She's so tough and strong, and she looks like she gives nice hugs.
Yeah.
And so basically she gives them the whole tough guy spiel of yeah, you can't handle the Crimson Waste, but we really need you to guide us. No, please, no, please, no, please, no, please, no. All right. And oh, God. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. And as if that's not enough cuteness going on, then we get stuff that's happening in the Fright Zone. Oh, God. Oh, shit. I can't take this, but I'm going to try. So Hordak's trying to create this portal thingamy, and he's failing. And Hordak's like, hey, it's okay if you fail. That's how science works. And Hordak's like, no, I hate failure. Yeah, get out of here. He's like, oh, okay, fine. And meanwhile, and then he starts to collapse and shit. And Hordtrapta starts taking care of him. And he's realized that his body is breaking down. And he tells her his backstory. Oh, we're going to find out where this guy comes from? Shit, he's a clone! He's a clone of this guy, Horde Prime, who's like him, but an even bigger bad. And Hordak was his top general, but when they found out the cloning technique was defective and he was breaking down, Prime abandoned him, sent him to the front lines to die, but he didn't. Ah! Oh no! Why am I caring about the main villain? Ah! But he managed to find his way to Etheria, built all his ships, and now he's just trying to perfect himself and the Horde just so he can go back to, like, his progenitor, his clone daddy or whatever, and make him be proud of him. And Entrapta then builds him a new robot body to help stabilize him, and she gives him comfort, and then sparkles appear around her as he looks into her, and oh no, I'm not gonna ship this, I am not gonna ship Hordtrapta. Oh shit, I've given it a name, which means I do! I ship it!
Oh gosh, I don't know how I feel about it, because
she can fix him!
The ages are so iffy in this show that it's hard for me to, like, really pin down, like, anything, because all the princesses seem like teenagers, but I don't know, like, I don't really want Hordak to be anything more than just an asshole. Like, he's our main villain. Keep him, or at least make him still evil as long as possible. Don't try to give him a sympathetic backstory until we really have a concrete, oh shit, this guy's even worse. Because we don't have that yet. It's revealed to us that Hordak is sympathetic before we even know about Horde Prime. And we don't know anything about Horde Prime other than what Hordak's told us.
That is true. That is a very good point. Counterpoint, Entrapta, after he says that he needs to be perfect, says that imperfection is beautiful, at least to me. And my heart
that's a great
melts.
Line. I love Entrapta. I love Entrapta with all my heart, but I think that, like, this feels a little bit forced, and I don't want Hordak to be a sympathetic person until we know that I'm in action. Before I decide, okay, well then we can have the trope of, like, later on in the series the main villain is actually kind of an ally, like Skeletor and, like, previous, villains in animated series where there's always a bigger villain, and so the smaller villain eventually becomes, an ally, and I think that's where that's the direction Hordak is going. That's definitely the direction that we're not there. It's too early to be making Hordak a good guy.
Maybe, but I did like the way they did it here. Could have been done better later on, absolutely, but I just hope it's not an issue of them rushing things. But I'm sorry, Alex, I'm sorry. The critic in me wants to criticize it, but the romantic in me just loves it. He's a lean, damaged emo baby, and she can take care of him.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm feeling. Stop it! I'm British. I shouldn't be feeling emotion.
I would love it to be like Hordak thinks there's something there, and then Chapter's just like, no, I just was saying she doesn't really have feelings for him. It's just more of a you really fascinate me, and, like, I was just saying how I think, because she doesn't change her language based on who she's talking to. She's just always blunt all the time.
I think that is a good idea, yeah. I don't know if that's what they're doing. It doesn't seem like that's what they're doing, but...
It definitely seems like Hordak's into her. I don't know if I can see that the other way. I don't think I see Entrapta being interested in Hordak in that way, other than science.
Well, the characters will go however the characters go, but in my head, they get married and have little bat babies. So, that's fine. In my head, it's fine. I know someday, somewhere we'll go, somewhere that's green. I don't know. I can't remember the song.
Gosh.
Yeah. So, you'll be a dentist. That's the one I know. Anyway, so, Huntara starts guiding the best friend squad through the waste. Adora is just loving on her all the time, and Bo and Glimmer are not. They are very much anti-Huntara. And everything seems to be going well until, surprise, Huntara betrays them and traps them in a big hole in the ground. Oh no. And does she steal the sword?
Yes. Yes.
I can't remember if she steals the sword.
This is she takes all their shit.
I take all this shit. Okay. She-Ra, advice for the future: lanyards. Just like a little coil. Attach it to the sword. Just plenty of give for you to, plenty of slack for you to do your sword shit. But like, because it keeps getting taken off for you and bad stuff happens. Just like, get something attachment. Maybe something elasticated. Mm-hmm. Who knows? Glimmer eventually managed to teleport them out of the hole, but Adora's sad because her big new gay crush rejected her, and we're all sad about that. And they managed to catch up to them and get the sword back. Adora transforms back into She-Ra, and Hunter's like, wait, She-Ra? I know that name. Wait, you do? Yeah, it came from the big ship thingy over there. There's a big ship thingy over there?
She says, like, she's surprised that She-Ra's a person.
Yeah, and she's not a person, she's a movement.
Yeah, she's a symbol.
Yeah. And so Huntara's allies kind of fuck off. She got two of her lackeys with her. They fuck off, and they sort of join tenuous forces with Huntara again to take her to a ship, which turns out to be Mara's ship in the middle of the Crimson Waste. Bum bum bum. While all this has been going on, going into episode 3, Catra and Scorpia are in the Crimson Waste on an apparent suicide mission. They find the exact same bar the Best Friends Squad did, which I love. Mm-hmm. And then we get to see why Catra is such a badass bitch.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love this scene. I love her.
She just once she's in charge. When there's no one else, when there's no Shadow Reaver, no Hordak, no Adora, she becomes Catra. She takes charge. She doesn't brook no shit. And she just immediately takes over this bar. Something that Adora and the Best Friend Squad couldn't do, by the way. And immediately asserts her dominance on all of them. Gets into a confrontation with this gang headed by this guy called Tongue Lashaw. And immediately takes over his gang. It's... oh my god. And she does it so easily and so cool. Yeah. And oh my god. It's one of those things that if this was a different show, it probably would have been a musical number of her in the bar rallying everyone together. Do you hear Catra sing? Catra sing? I don't know.
Catra.
But now here it's just her being awesome. It shows when she doesn't have as many people holding her back, she can really just come into her own. And even her relationship with Scorpia gets a bit better. They rely on each other a bit much, and they become much freer with their expression. And Catra smiles. She smiles. She hasn't done that in ages.
Yeah. Oh gosh, she's having so much fun.
And she takes over everything. Oh god! But while all that is going on, Dora, Huntara, and the Best Friend Squad are in Mara's ship, and they find a hologram. Adora uses a sword to sort the hologram out because the sword fixes everything. Because the sword is everything. It's a fucking keyblade. Yep. And the hologram of Mara plays. And it's basically what we knew. Bad things are going on. She pulled the planet into this pocket dimension, which is why there's no stars. What else do we find out anything else about it?
If there was another portal to open, the entire world would be fucked. Basically, yes. And they're in this pocket dimension, I guess, called Despondos. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. We're getting little bits of backstory and very fragmented, out of order ways. So we're not going to get the whole thing right now. Fair enough. I was just saying that Mara's not really this evil person that we were worried about. She did what she thought was right. Yeah. And so we don't have this worry that, because Adora was worried, what if I become Mara? What if I destroy the world? And in reality, Mara didn't destroy the world. What if she saved it? Oh,
I love me some unreliable information from people we previously thought was good but might not have a complete picture of what exactly is going on. Oh, God. So, and after that happens, suddenly they're all taken out by this new gang being headed by Catra. And again, Catra gets the sword. Jesus fucking Christ. And the gang like celebrates the victory, just like, hooray, here's to getting rid of Huntara, here's to Catra, here's to Scorpio, and everything's great. And Catra goes to Adora, basically to mock and say, hey, Adora. Oh my God, that's such a meme now, isn't it? Oh, we can't say that anymore.
No, I love it. I will say it for the rest of time.
It conveys such a wide variety of meaning based on the scenario. And she goes to taunt her like, so Adora, I beat you, got the sword, got my own gang, it's looking pretty good for me. And then Adora mentions that Shadow Weaver went from the Fright Zone to Bright Moon and told her everything. And then Catra snaps. We see it happen. She snaps. Shadow Weaver left me for you. And this, like, we've seen Catra on edge before, maybe even a bit manic before. From this point on, I think Catra is insane.
Yeah, she's lost touch entirely.
Yeah, she just sort of stares at the middle distance, eye twitching, just like, Shadow Weaver left me for you. Left me for you. And at this point throughout the episode, Catra's been having a pretty... You know what this is? Feels very similar to Zuko, Prince Zuko's development in Avatar The Last Airbender. Because there's one in that show where he gave up the whole trying to catch the Avatar thing, was having a pretty good life with his uncle, gets an opportunity to go back to the dark side and takes it. Although the circumstances are slightly different. Because at this point, Scorpion's like, hey, let's just stay in the Crimson Waste and, like, lead this gang and be awesome and fun and have little cat scorpion babies. And you don't know how biology works in this world. It can happen. And Catra's like, no. We're going to go back to the Fright Zone, we're going to open a portal, and we're going to kill everybody. And Scorpion's like, oh, shit. This is not good. Meanwhile, Glim and Bo have escaped. Go back to Bright Moon and say, hey, Angela, I know you're useless, but can you help? Because Adora's been kidnapped by the Horde. And guess what? She doesn't do fucking anything. Because it's Angela. Like, just do something. Just do something. Glaciers have more movement than you.
Yeah.
That's
her arc.
That is her arc. We're going to get on to that. And so Catra and Scorpio take Adora out of the Crimson Waste back to the Fright Zone. And Catra tells Adora, so the key apparently to the whole planet is this sword. And this is how we're going to open the portal. And oh god, this it's building up. It's building up. And while this is going back at Bright Moon, I'm just like, okay, so I understand that Adora's been captured, but we need to be cautious and careful and not do fucking shit. Like, I get that it's her arc, but how many times is she going to advocate for caution? All the other characters don't use caution and then get the job done. It's just like, oh god.
Exactly that many times.
And Glimmer, to her credit...
How many times?
Glimmer calls her out on this and says...
Yeah.
Like, you didn't do shit for years, and that's why the Horde has taken over basically like half the planet. It's all your fault because you didn't do something, you Neville Chamberlain motherfucker. And Angela, I mean, bless her, Angela... You know, despite being a useless bitch, can command some presence. Are you tired?
I'm sorry. Going up and down all the time is a nightmare with this dog. I had to get up way earlier than I want to. And then do a million things. Because the elevator takes, like, almost 20 minutes sometimes to get up to this floor.
How many floors up are you?
47.
Shit. Okay, fine. Fair enough then.
Yeah. So it's like I have to plan a whole hour around just taking this dog out.
Take the stairs. Jeez. Would that be quicker?
Anyway.
So Glimmer comes up with a plan to infiltrate the Fright Zone and get a door back, but Angela's like, no, go to your room. Meanwhile, in the Fright Zone, Trapta hooks up the sword to this portal technology thing, and shit's going down. It's not going well. And the door basically says, hey, Hordak, you stole me as a baby. And Hordak basically gives the Raul Julia line, the day I came to your village was the worst day of your life, but for me, it was Tuesday. He basically says, sorry that you are taking this all personally, but I don't really know who you are. Like, I've never cared about you. I don't kidnap kids. If I was going to kidnap a kid, wouldn't kidnap you. You're nothing to me. Which is pretty much the most cutting thing the biggest bad of anything can say, really. Like, I don't care. Like, you're not a thorn in my side. I barely register your existence.
Yeah.
And while that's all going on, dear God, Glimmer goes to Shadow Weaver and says, oi, Shadow Weaver, my mum's not doing shit, help me out. And Shadow Weaver's like, okay, if you help me tap into the Moonstone, I can amplify your power to help you teleport all the way into the Fright Zone. I'm thinking like, oh, here's where the betrayal's gonna come into, except it doesn't.
Yeah. Shadow Weaver actually helps them.
Yeah. And she comes up with a pretty good plan. She's like, okay, here's what we're going to do. Mm-hmm. You and me going to teleport into the Fright Zone, sneak, grab Adora, immediately teleport back. Pretty good plan. We're not there to take down the entire Fright Zone or anything. Just going to get Adora. Then Perfumer, Mamister, Froster, all these people barge in and say, hey, we want to come too. But no Seahawk this season.
Yeah, there's a lot of really weird things this season that just like, oh, that person is not, like, they couldn't get Castaspella for more than one episode, obviously. Like,
Sandra O's busy chasing Jodie Comer, you know?
Yeah, she like, it's, even though I think Castaspella probably would have been good in a few of these episodes, like, it would have been nice to have her in some of these episodes, but I guess they just, yeah.
Like 6 episodes that got in an episode, that's 1/6 the season. That's not too bad. So
yeah, also I want more. I feel like the other princesses are kind of being like, they're very much side characters until they realize, oh shit, we haven't used them in a while. We need to use them again.
That is kind of why we have this old Princess Alliance thing. Maybe we should use them, yeah.
Yeah, like Natasa and Spinnerella also, like, they kind of, like, the promise was they would be a little bit more important in the next upcoming seasons, and they haven't been around at all, other than they've been background characters. I don't think they've said anything since season 1. And
I mean, what would we do without the lady who can toss nets? Dear God.
Right, but like, they were also the first confirmed queer couple on the show, and it just kind of feels a little bit weird that they haven't been, making. They can do more with them. Like, they've done characters like Swiftwind, like characters that really shouldn't have more than they do, and they've done great things with them. So I don't think that it's beyond the realm of possibility for them to make those two important.
Yeah, and also they don't bring along Huntara.
Yeah, Huntara, like, they couldn't get Gina Davis for more than 2 episodes.
So they go to the Fright Zone. Meanwhile, Adora's sister in Chapter, hey, so this is gonna do, like, bad shit? And Chapter's like, the data does seem to indicate bad shit. Maybe I should run more tests. So they go to the Fright Zone, and they try to sneak in, but are, like, immediately found out.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately. It does not take long at all.
Yeah, like, I think it's Lonnie that finds them and is like, oh, okay, here's the alarm.
And it's a big old fight, making the way towards Adora, and Catra and Shadow Weaver have it out. There's a lot of angst. There's a lot of abandonment issues. It's oh, it's bad.
Yeah,
it's really bad. basically, while this is going on, Hordtrapta discovers, like, okay, so those anomalies, the bad shit, turns out it's real bad shit. We absolutely can't do this portal. And Hordtrapta's like, we're definitely doing this portal. No, we shouldn't do this portal. And then Catra turns up. Wait, we're not doing the portal? We're not going to do the portal. And then she says, Adora gets everything she wants, but not this time. She goes full Cocoa Banana Puffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Catra is like, fuck this, fuck you.
Fuck this also, fuck this in particular. Just
yeah.
Now, I tell you what she does. She takes like a zappy thing and zaps Hordtrapta and orders her sent to Beast Island. Then she goes, which Scorpio does not in favour of, but she says, hey, you want to go to Beast Island too? And then Hordtrapta goes to Hordak, and Hordak's like, hey, where's my BFF Hordtrapta? There's a bunch of princesses here. And Catra's like, who do you think let the princesses in? No! You are not gonna split them up!
Catra! Yeah, this is kind of when, like, I'm losing hope for a Catra redemption arc, because she is... it's gonna be really hard for them to bring her back from all of this.
Like, you can beat people up, you can threaten people, you can exile people, you can steal technology from your former friends, but you do not interfere with a ship.
Oh no, that's not what I was saying. I was saying, yeah, exiling Hordtrapta to Beast Island fucking sucks, and that's gonna be hard to really come back from, because Hordtrapta's been through so much. Like, she believes that all of her friends abandoned her. It's very sad.
So Adora's trapped. Catra's about to open the portal. The allies are trying to sweep through and get, but they get too late. And Adora's like, Catra, don't pull the portal because shit will go boom. Catra pulls the portal. Shit goes boom.
Boom. Yeah.
They leave on the episode cliffhanger, going right into episode 5.
I thought they were going to end the season there, because I wasn't paying attention to how far I was into it, but like it would have been really, really cool if they just ended the season there. Like, it would have been really hard to, like, oh no, come on, there's when it ends. Like,
I would never have forgiven them. Never. Oh. And so the fifth episode is a trip. You really have to pay attention in order to keep up with what's going on, because if you blink... So Adora wakens up in a bunk in the Fright Zone. Wait, I thought she left the Fright Zone, wasn't it? But apparently no. Yes, that's right, Capers! It's an alternate timeline episode!
Yeah.
Are you bored of this sort of trope? Do you like seeing your characters stuck in unfamiliar and yet strangely familiar circumstances with minor details changed? Do you think that is prevalent in every single television show ever made? Well, tough shit, we're doing this again.
Yeah. I think animated shows especially have to do it at least once.
Yeah, but in fairness, they throw a twist on it. So, Adora is just like, oh yeah, I'm part of the Horde. Okay.
She's Force Captain Adora.
And, oh guys, you got me like ration protein paste cakes. The grey kind. It's so much better than the brown kind. Wait a minute. There's the word Mara in the cake. Ah! What's going on here? And it's like, okay, weird shit going on, but... And then Shadow Weaver turns up. Oh no, she's going right for Catra. What's she gonna do to Catra? Hi, Catra, I love you. And it's like, they're getting on with Catra? What is this?
Yeah. And things like they'll just teleport some places and doors will disappear. Very much a feeling of when you're in a dream and just random shit happens and you're just like, okay. Yeah. Like, this is what life is here in this dream world.
Yeah, and meanwhile, we talked about Swiftwind and Seahawk not being in this season. Do you know who it is? Madame Raz! She keeps floating around doing a cat lady Yoda impression. It's brilliant.
Yeah. Sweet, sweet Grey Griffin with her old lady voice.
Yeah. And everyone just, in this world, everyone just loves Adora. Everyone is getting along so well with Adora. Everything's great. except for Scorpia. Scorpia doesn't like her because she doesn't trust her. Maybe because of her hair poofy thing, which is adorable.
I love it.
How does she do that, in fairness? Is that mousse? Is that gel? Is that spray? I don't know.
It's a pin. It's like you pull her bangs. She pulls her bangs up into a pin.
Well, why can't I do that with my hair?
I can do that. It's just you gotta do it with bangs. You gotta have enough bangs to do it. It's that hard.
Okay, hey, question for you.
I used to do it all the time for dance. Like I would have these dance things that we did.
Okay, question, just because what is a bang with regards to hair?
Oh, it's like when you have stuff like covering the front of your face, like you have a little bit of hair covering the front. Sometimes it's like a side swipe.
You mean the fringe?
I guess. Fringe usually goes to like the bottoms of pants that are cut to shreds. Like that's
I think there may be a bit of American British English miscommunication going on. Moving on.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep, and there's a lot of stuff that Adora doesn't quite get. Like she accepts this world, but she knows that something's wrong, and Scorpia's got something to do with it. She gets a piece of paper that has the word Mara on it. She says to Catra. Catra just sees a blank piece of paper. Psychic paper, who knows? And then a bunch of like, is it like a glitch in the Matrix or something? And this bright light starts enveloping.
Yeah, I mean that's what it feels like.
Part of the world, and then it starts to envelop people. It's basically the Nothing from the Neverending Story.
Oh God, yeah.
God. Ugh. And it's towards up people, like Carl goes, lots of people go, like, and Lonnie goes. It's a big problem. And I'm just like, oh shit, I need to sort this shit out. Goes to Bright Moon. Who's there? Micah.
Oh, my heart. My heart.
He's alive. He's alive, and he's got a lovely beard, and he's alive. Oh no.
Oh gosh. And there is no war because there is no fright zone. Because the fright zone just got demolished, so they don't remember the fright zone, and like they like have this happy life.
It's a real problem. So she's got to figure stuff out. Actually, I think it was before that. Adora skipped a fright zone with Catra going into the forest, and Catra starts to get some of her memories back and starts attacking Adora. There's another fucking cliff action scene like we got in the first season.
Mm-hmm.
Except this time, Catra falls into the Nothing. I'm just going to start calling it the Nothing. But here's the thing. She escapes from it with part of her body, like, realityed away. And it's scary.
I love that look. It's so cool.
Oh no. It's bad. It's bad. It's real bad. And actually, the whole Micah thing that happens in the next episode, sorry.
Oh, right. Yes.
I thought they might resolve the whole reality warping thing this episode and have the final confrontation in the next episode, but no.
Yeah, because she gets from Roz that she needs to go find Bo, and she needs to go back to the beginning, and she interprets that as going to see Bo and Glimmer.
Yeah, and Micah, when she's there held captive, Micah casts a truth spell on her. Adora tells the truth. And they're like, I still don't believe her. Take her away to prison. Prison? The spare room. They brought it back! The first joke of the season, and they brought it back. I love it.
I mean, it's not that far away from the beginning of the season.
Yeah, in fairness, it's very close to it. And meanwhile, Glimmer and Bo go to her cell to question her, and Bo is wearing a shirt with no midriff. Well, with a midriff.
Yeah. He's wearing the same shirt he wore when we met his dad's.
Like, things are bad when we can't see Bo's belly button.
Mm-hmm.
And they realise, okay, so reality is warping out of existence. Who do we need to... What do we need to do to get this all shit sorted? We need to find Entrapta. They go to Entrapta in Drill, where she's got, like, all of her robots and shit. And she's figuring out the whole... reality warping thing by herself, and she realized, like, oh, I'm not really here. And she basically says, okay, so the sword is what caused the portal, the sword is what in fact is going to stop the portal. If you go within the portal, remove the sword, reality will be set right. But, you know, bad shit will happen. And then she fucking...
Oh, we forgot on their way to drill. Before they left for drill, Angella and Micah... Because everyone told Micah he's dead, he's dead, he's dead. The entire time they're telling him he's dead. And Angella finally remembers that, yes, you're dead. She goes and she's like, oh, shit, I need to go help my daughter. So she flies off. And then Micah is like, oh, wait, I'm not. And then he disappears. It's like, no, Micah's actually alive. Holy shit.
You can't do this to me. My heart can only take so much.
It's like, oh, my God. And no one knows. He's the only one who knows that they still are looking for him, or they still think he's dead. He's the only person that knows that he's alive.
Damn you, Noelle Stevenson, you master storyteller!
Oh my God! And it's like, in hindsight, it's kind of funny. Like the entire time, everyone keeps telling you you're dead, and you're like, oh shit, am I dead? And then the last second before, shit, I'm not dead.
Oh my God, I can't believe I've been dead this whole time.
I'm not dead.
Wait a minute. Yeah. And after that happens, we get Hordtrapta becoming fucking one with the Force and just fading away. Not even going into the nothing, just like fading away.
Mm-hmm.
And so the Adora, Glimmer, and Bo find themselves in the middle of the woods, suddenly, because they keep on zapping around, as we said. But now, there's stars in the sky. They turn around. Who's there? It's Mara!
It's Mara.
But not hologram Marvel, real Mara.
I expected her to be a blonde.
Sorry?
Yeah, I don't know why I expected her to be blonde. I don't know why I expected her to be blonde.
Well, she's only blonde when she's She-Ra.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. And so, and she's like, oh crap, what's that? And the door's like, okay, I know what I've got to do. I'm going to enter into the light, remove the sword, and save everyone. But then Bo and Glimmer get taken by the nothing. No! And then, when Adora's at her lowest moment, guess who comes up? It's Catra. And she's all glitched out. And, oh, God. And it's they have another fight. All the whole time, Catra's blaming Adora for every bad thing that has ever happened to her.
And Adora finally says, it's your own goddamn fault. Like she finally, you did this to yourself. You destroyed the world because you were petty, and you have to live with that. And it's like, oh gosh.
Oh God. And while this is happening, Adora starts to become go the way of Marty McFly, starts fading out. But then Angella swoops in, and she's like, Adora, I've decided that for the first time in my useless fucking life, I'm going to do something! Angela, away! She flies into the light.
She has this whole speech of how she's a coward. Like, she's like, I'm a coward. I don't do anything. I've been so scared of losing Glimmer that I haven't done anything. I've just let people walk all over me, and now I'm going to do something. And it's like, oh no, please, Angella, I'm sorry.
Oh, Angela, baby, I did you so wrong. And the sword comes down, and Adora becomes She-Ra, and reality fixes itself, basically, going right back to the moment that Catra opened the portal, and She-Ra gets rid of the portal. Now, I thought that this was the moment when something might come through the portal. Perhaps a cameo from a character we might be familiar with, who might be closely related to She-Ra, who's a long-standing pub. But no, in fairness, they saved it. They're teasing us with it. They give us something else, which we'll get onto in a second, but they don't do that. And so they find themselves, oh shit, we're still in the fright zone. Shadow, Eve, and Glimmer teleport everyone away. And Catra's like, ah, shit, fuck, no. And Hort's like, ah, shit, fuck, no. God damn it, why am I surrounded by incompetent boobs? And everyone gets back to Bright Moon, and there's like, woo, party, we saved the day, no more portal. Hey, guys, where's Queen Angella?
Yeah, I'm gonna go tell Mom.
And She-Ra has to tell her. And it's like, good news, Glimmer, like your dad's alive. Bad news, your mum's dead. So, really, nothing's changed.
She doesn't even know that. She doesn't even know that her dad's alive. She still thinks he's dead. She thinks she lost both her parents.
Yeah. Oh, and side note, I forgot about this. Remember when we were talking about ages ago, Hellboy?
Yeah, I guess.
Remember who played that really annoying, not British guy?
I have not seen any.
Wait, were you? Was I reviewing Hellboy with you?
No, you read it with Mark, I think.
I don't remember doing it. Well, anyway, in Hellboy, there's a character called Daniel Day Kim. We kind of shit on his character. Guess who he plays in this?
Oh, is he Micah?
He's Micah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Redemption.
I think I've seen Daniel Day Kim in other things. I think he's in Lost. Is he in Lost? Or is that a different guy?
I think you may be thinking of Hawaii Five-0.
Yeah.
Hang on, one second.
Anyway.
No, 1 second. Okay. I'm sorting this out. Oh no, he was
I've
in
definitely
Lost.
seen him in other things.
I do apologize. He was in Lost. He was in Hawaii Five-0, and he was also he was in Hellboy. And I think you'll find. Oh yeah, Mark was doing it with me. Never mind.
Yeah, yeah. No, I haven't seen any, not even the previous ones. Like I didn't even see the new one. I didn't see the previous ones. So I edited it.
Yeah, that'd be why. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so Daniel Day Kim, bit of a redemption for him in this show. Good for you. And so we get in the final moments of this season, we get a little epilogue. Beyond Despondos, in space, we see the rest of the Horde, and Horde Prime gets a transmission from Hordak.
Yeah. He sees her, he's like, hello, little brother, or whatever.
Oh, Lordy Lou.
So yeah, Horde Prime knows about Eternia, whichever one is which. I can't remember.
This is Etheria.
Etheria or Eternia?
Eternia is He-Man, Etheria is She-Ra.
Okay. Because I think Eternia is also what like the first one's called Etheria, right? Am I correct? Because I feel like they've said both in this show.
Yes, they have said both in the show, but Etheria is the planet they're on, which is why the word Eternia is so strange to them.
Right. It's confusing.
It is a bit confusing, I grant you.
When we get Adam, it's going to be even more confusing.
Adam and Adora, dear God. And that is season 3. What a ride.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it broke my heart. Like, I was sobbing. Gross sobbing for at least pretty much the entirety of the last 2 episodes. I was sobbing.
I mean, everyone almost everyone gets
I
development.
did not expect it to hit me that hard.
Yeah, because almost everyone gets development.
Oh yeah, they're like, yeah, and like even especially the Micah stuff. I think that like that trope of seeing a dead loved one fucks me up so bad.
Oh. Oh, it's in the feels are strong, and it's because it's so well written. It's not just because we care about these characters, it's because these characters are written like real people. Because like it can, let me put it with Catra, it can be frustrating when you get shit on all the time and someone close to you apparently comes on top all the time, and I can understand why you would transfer all your negative feelings onto them and blame them for everything. It's not that I agree, it's that I understand, and it works.
Oh yeah, she's very understandable, but I do think that it's going to be really for her getting the redemption arc. She's going to have to do something like totally, herself, and she's going to have to single-handedly defeat Horde Prime for her to really get a redemption arc.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. They might go for a redemption arc, they might not, and I'd be fine with it either way.
Well, Noelle Stevenson has done this kind of arc before. I don't remember which, I think like in one of her webcomics, she's done like enemies to lovers kind of, or lovers kind of thing with other characters. Like she does do redemption arcs often, and they've already done like planted the seeds for Shadow Weaver and Hordak to get redemption arcs. So like
she did it in was it Nimona?
I don't know.
Oh god. So it's and so that's season 3, and I mean this came out this August, and season 2 came out in April. So we've got 2 seasons of a cartoon in the same year, which is unfathomable to me. And we don't know.
And we're probably gonna get another one before the next TV awards.
well, that's the thing. You see, we don't know when the 4th season is coming out. The release date is unknown, and they've written a bunch of arcs coming up, so they know what they're doing. It's all tied together. They're not making this up as they go, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know.
I remember when season 1 came out, and Noelle was tweeting about how, oh, it's so weird watching season 1 because we're well into season 3 right now, right, writing wise, and it like our hearts are breaking. Like they were.
I'm sorry, your heart's breaking? What about ours?
Yeah, it's like they were warning us about what was to come because season 1 is so bright and cheery. Holy shit.
I do, because there's shows I watch that are enjoyable and I like and pass the time, and then there's shows that I care about with characters I care about that gets me like feeling things, and it's just, this is one of those ones. I'm so glad I found this show and I watch it, because it's so good. It's got great characters, great development, great writing, great action, great magical things, and great plots and storylines. Because like we talked about how shows do the whole alternate reality time wibbly wobbly thing again and again and again, but this one went in a slightly different direction from it and used it to culminate into a great climax and twists and turns. And it's one of the best. I think the best kind of shows are ones that feel familiar but put their own spin in it, their own unique stamp on it, and that's what this does.
Oh yeah, this show, I think more than others, is very, very good at making me like it's hard for me to like actually really, really hate a character, or like even characters that are bad, like I love to hate them, or like I care that I'm glad that they're here. Yeah, I don't know. I like
Fuck Azula. Kuvira is my hate.
Next season, we're gonna have Queen Glimmer being trained by Shadow Weaver, and that's terrifying.
Oh god! Oh no! Oh Queen! I hadn't even thought of that. Queen Glimmer, dear sweet lord. Oh, oh my oh my days.
And this is like, I mean, she's not the only one that's been like that's already technically a queen. Like Mermista, I mean, she still calls herself a princess. She's essentially been the queen, since her dad abdicated or whatever.
Well, because I think the way it works is, you don't really become a monarch until you have a coronation. Like that's the official thing. So like, when the previous monarch dies or whatever, then like technically you're in charge, but you don't like get it officially until like you get the crown on the head of the big ceremony in St. Paul's. Right.
Frosta and Perfuma, all the other princesses, I mean, we never see their parents, but they kind of seem to be fully in control. Like they are the leaders of their lands. Whereas Glimmer still had her mom.
Do you know what it is? I think it's because otherwise the show would be called She-Ra and the Queens of Power, which actually sounds better. Let's do that.
Right? Yeah. It's like they all, and they're all, and it's Frosta especially. She's super young and is in this role.
Yeah.
Gonna be interesting seeing how they do next season, because I mean everything's changed. It's not like the end of season 2 where it's just kind of like an interesting cliffhanger. And it's not like the end of season 1 where it's just like, yeah, they're all together now. Everything is different now. Season 4 is going to be totally different.
This is our Buffy season 3. It's She-Ra season 3 now.
Right. It's like Shira's gonna be trying to figure out stuff about her past, figure out stuff about where she came from, and Glimmer's gonna be so focused on getting as much power as possible, and Bo's gonna be in the middle of them. Like, I don't know who to comfort. I don't know. I can't. I bet you we're gonna have. I don't know if it was us. I think it was someone else that I was talking to about this. I think we're gonna get Glimmer versus Shira at some point.
Oh, doggy.
It's going to be hungry, and we're going to need to put a stop to that. But I'm sure it's going to be Shadow Weaver's fault. And I'm sure it's not going to be really Glimmer's fault, but I think like in her, in her trauma and her, that she just kind of decides that I didn't have enough power to save my mom or my dad, and so now I'm going to have all the power.
Oh, God. And of course, with Shadow Weaver there, that's going to,
Shadow Weaver's gonna feed.
Yeah. Just you know what, Noelle Stevenson, just fuck my heart. Just go and just do it. It's there. Just go on and do it. I don't care.
Rip it out. Stab it a few times. Kick it across the room.
Just do what you will. Do what you will. And unfortunately, that's all all that we can really talk about because there's so few episodes. But
yeah.
I had fun talking about it, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
But if you enjoy the show, Capers, please tell your friends, shout it from the rooftops. And if you haven't already, go back and listen to some of our other super episodes, like our previous She-Ra episodes. We love it, we love it, we love it, we love it, we love it. And you can listen to the show on iTunes, Podbean, YouTube, Spotify, or at podcapers.com. We have a Patreon. Check out the rewards, patreon.com/AP2HYC. If you want to get in touch with us, suggest show topics, or maybe come on the show yourself, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at AP2HYC, or email us at podcapers@ap2hyc.com. Thank you very much to Dan Harris for our logo, the lovely microphone, the red and blue 3D glasses, those are mine, and thank you for listening. This has been Podcapers, the official podcast for a place to hang your cape. Cue the music!